Hey guys, Average Picker here. So I'm doing a little late night repair on the Cabbage Garbage Garage challenge lock. Ran into a little bit of problem. I was asking an awful lot of driver chamber 4. I'll show you why. And yeah, I had to do a little bit of cleverness, and then at the end of the day, key worked, but everything had to be perfect. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to, gosh, the thing magnetized. I'm going to lower the 5th on the key. See if we can get it out here without making a mess. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're going to lower that cut a little bit. And that should fix a lot of our problems. So sorry about the weird angle here, but this is how it fits on the desk best. So yeah, this is the pin stacks for Cabbage Garbage Garage. It's probably going to go off to squint. So I don't think, I don't think it's given anything too much away. I mean, on some level, does it really matter if we keep it completely secret? But yeah, so this is 4, and I actually dropped the spring for 4. The spring for 4 is just basically a half spring because there's just not room in the chamber. And in fact, we actually talked about this a little bit ago in a video. Trying to see if the camera was sliding. And this is what I'm using for drivers. And some of you may recognize these. And some of you may not. But these two little bits here are actually ground down from one of these. This is full size, and this is what is found in the Quick Smart Lock. It's the little ratchety piece thing that allows it to be rekeyed instantly, or going into that side button. So yeah, both of these are I was going to originally use full size ones, but again, the chamber issue, the chambers was an issue. The depth, or the how much chamber space there was an issue. So I had to grind them down a little bit, and so that's what they look like now. And then they've got a little wafer that sits on top of them, and that way the spring doesn't end up gooping all down inside there. Now the thinking with this is, and I did not do any testing on the core for binding order or anything like that. My hope is, though, that there's going to be enough space that at least one of these can slide back down into the key or into the core chamber. And so hopefully, like this spool, we've got 2 spools in there to kind of, this will deep set, but these spools are in there and they're different sized, you can tell, to also false set it a little bit, which hopefully then with combined with the full-size bits on these coming up will cause the core to have to rotate back enough that one of these will slip in. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. It's a little trashy, but I think it's going to work. I got this idea. I tried to cut a pin in half. I had the same idea, and I was trying to cut one in half, and it wasn't going well. And then I thought, hey, you know what? Those smart locks actually have little serrated metal shaving tabbage or whatever these things would be called. And I was like, that's almost like a half a pin. So, and actually the way they're going to be arranged, I don't think it's going to matter with the serrations and the notches. I'm not doing anything to the core, but that's how they're going to be arranged in there. So we flip it around. They'll be stacked one on top of the other. I don't, that could bite. I don't know. It's not there intended to. Honestly, if these were just even perfectly smooth, I thought about using some bits I had cut off while making some picks from some feeler gauge. And I decided ultimately I'd try these first and see how that goes. So yeah, that's just a little look inside what Cabbage Garbage Garage is going to be. See, there's no modifications to the core. This is interesting. You can see this really sharp line. I mean, it's got them a little bit everywhere, but it's got this one really sharp one. And that's when I was testing these back here in the 5th chamber. And you can see like they just dug in pretty good. It's a weird cylinder. I mean, it's not, we've all run across it, but it's a little bit like it hangs. It's just that cylindricalness. It's not quite perfect. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be all right. We're just going to bring that down so that when the key is passing through, we're not straining that chamber as much. So that's the fix. And yeah, just part of trying to show more challenge lock stuff. So you guys have a good night. And man, we made some mistakes in lock toss. I'm gonna just apologize again. Bear's back, I think, pointed out that he might have had a mistake on his. Yeah, we're gonna do like brackets next time. Next time we're gonna write them out, each person as they win, in brackets. So that way there's no mistakes on it next time. Yeah, that's why we do this stuff, right? We just keep on we keep getting it a little more and a little more and a little more right until it's a little too professional, and then we have to revert to something else. Right, we gotta keep it a little amateurish here. I'll also point out, I discovered a new lock picker. I've got them in my subscriptions, so you can go look. I shouldn't say I discovered him. Obviously, I found him through somebody else. But he goes by a Crappy lock picker, I think, or Crappy Picker. Really small channel. I haven't had a chance really to look at it too much. I saw somebody else had, I think it was Lockmania, had just subscribed to him. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I've got me sitting here as average, and I finally have somebody below me, at least in name. I don't know. I haven't really watched it, but he could be fantastic. But at least in name, I am now not the lowest name ranked picker channel. So, all right, guys. Anyway, that's gone on long enough. You guys have a good night.